Good morning, y'all. We got Jacques here. He's all active, so let's make some bread today. We're gonna make some bread. We're gonna start with 125 grams of active sourdough starter. We're gonna add our 350 grams of warm filtered water, about 90 degrees Fahrenheit. We're gonna take our bread whisk and give it a good mix. Okay, after we've got it nice and mixed, we're gonna add 525 grams of bread flour. And we're gonna add our 10 grams of fine sea salt. And then we're gonna just give that a little mix. And then we're gonna get in here with our whisk and give it some good mixes until we get a nice shaggy dough. And I know it can be a little scary. You think it's not going well. It's not mixing well, you've got too much flour. Just don't add any more water. Trust the process. It's gonna turn out great. So after I get in there with my whisk until we get a nice shaggy dough, I like to get in there with my hands and just give it a couple of good twists and mixes with my hand, and then we let it sit on the counter for an hour. Gloved up, pull all of our dough off our whisk. So now that I'm gloved up, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a couple of good pinches and rotate it a bit. Try to get that little bit of flour that's on my bottom and sides of the bowl into my dough a little bit. I still want our dough to be shaggy. There we go. The first thing I'm gonna do is cover my bowl with my shower cap. And then I'm gonna let this rest on my counter for 1 hour, and then I'll be back to do my first set of stretch and folds. See you in an hour. Okay, y'all, it's been an hour, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my first set of stretch and folds. I'm gonna pull my dough away from the sides a little bit. Do one. Turn. Stretch. Fold. That's two. Turn. Stretch. Fold. Three. Turn. Stretch. Fold. That's four. I didn't say this before, but this is gonna be an inclusion loaf. I have never made this loaf before. This loaf is for my mama. She asked me to make her a cranberry walnut loaf. Never done that before. Do not like cranberries, do not like walnuts. I'm not gonna eat this bread. It's for, like I said, it's for my mama. So we're gonna add our inclusions on our next set of stretch and folds. I know I've seen in a lot of videos when people do fruit inclusions, they use freeze-dried fruits. I live in the sticks, okay? So we have Walmart and we have Food Lion, and that's it. Freeze-dried cranberries are not available here. I did look on Amazon. Why are they so expensive? Like 3 ounces of freeze-dried cranberries on Amazon is $52. So we're gonna go ahead and try these Ocean Spray dried cranberries and see if they work. Again, I'm not eating it, so hopefully it works. Hey, Peter. That was my son running by. He's usually at school when I do bread, but since it's Saturday, he is home and he is just being his happy 4-year-old self. I'm sure you're gonna see him some more as I continue to get this bread made. So I will be back in 30 minutes to do my next set of stretch and folds with my inclusions. It's been 30 minutes, so let's do our second set of stretch and folds. And we're going to add our walnuts, which I have chopped up a little bit, and our dried cranberries into this set of stretch and folds. So first thing I'm gonna do is pull my dough away. I don't know how much to add, so we're winging this. I do not like cranberries. Okay. 2, 3. Okay, so I may or may not video my third and fourth set of stretch and folds. I am going to see what my inclusions look like as I do my stretch and folds, and may or may not add more of the cranberries and walnuts as I go along. I've never done this before, so I am definitely learning as I go. So I will see you guys in 30 minutes. Or maybe not. We'll see. Okay, y'all, so I'm back for my 4th set of stretch and folds. I did not video my 3rd set. I didn't add any more inclusions to my 3rd set of stretch and folds. And based on how it looks, I don't think I'm gonna add anything to this set of stretch and folds either. I think when I form my dough tonight, I'm gonna add cranberry and walnuts to that before I roll my dough up. So this is just a simple set of stretch and folds. 1, 2. Hi, Peter. 3.
My name is Peter.
You are Peter. Thank you, buddy. I don't see a ton in there, but I think that's okay because like I said, I'm going to add more when I form my dough later. So I'm just gonna cover this back up and I'm gonna let it rest on my counter all day to bolt ferment, and then I come back tonight to form it up. We are heading to a birthday party, so we'll see you guys tonight. Bye. Hi everyone. So my dough has been proofing on the counter all afternoon, so I'm going to get this show on the road, so to speak. Get it formed up and into the Banneton basket to go into the fridge for the whole night. All right, I'm gonna lightly dust my surface with some flour. So now I'm gonna just take my bread dough and flip it out. This is the fun part, waiting to see if you were successful and it's gonna come out of your bowl. Here it comes. Okay, so now that my dough is out, I'm just gonna dust. And I'm just going to form this into a nice rectangle. Okay, it's not as rectangle-y as I would like, but I'm gonna have to roll with it because I don't want it to tear. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my last little bit of walnut, which I didn't have a ton, and I didn't make it to the store to get more. So if it needs more walnut next time, then I'll just make sure that I have more. Like I said, this is a test bread. Totally winging this here. My mom is gonna either love it or hate it. All right, now we're just gonna add a few more cranberries. I apologize if you hear my German Shepherd barking. Amazon is here rather late at night. I think that's all I'm gonna do. Number 1, I'm out of walnuts. Number 2, I did the walnuts and the cranberries and the stretch and fold, so I think we're probably good. Okay, so I'm just gonna flip one side. And I'm gonna flip the other side. Okay, we're just gonna pinch up the bottom, and then we're gonna pinch up the top, and then we're just gonna roll this bad boy. And pinch the sides. And we're gonna roll and pinch. Okay. Okay. Since these are batter inclusions, I'm not gonna do a ton of push and pulls, maybe just a couple to get a little bit of a shape. Just not, I don't want it to explode. So I think we're just gonna we're gonna keep it very basic over here tonight. Okay, and I think that's all I'm gonna do because I don't wanna overplay with it. And I've already got flour dusted in my Banneton, so I'm just gonna plop them in there and plop. Do a little light dusting on the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna just cover this up with my shower cap and stick him in the fridge to let him cold ferment all night long, and then I will be back tomorrow morning to bake this cranberry walnut loaf up. Fingers crossed that I get bread. Edible bread would be great. We'll see you guys in the morning. Have a great night. Good morning, everyone. So let's bake this cranberry walnut loaf up. All right, I've got kind of worried that maybe the cranberries are juicy, so I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with my cinnamon bread, and I'm gonna use my bread sling and then 2 pieces of parchment paper, and I've got some flour sprinkled on top. My Dutch oven has been preheating at 450 degrees for about 45 minutes now, so we're gonna go ahead and pull it out and get this bread baked. I'm just gonna carefully plop this over, carefully lift up. Since this is a loaf with bigger inclusions, I'm gonna go ahead and score this in a cross. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my Dutch oven out of the oven and plop this bad boy in there. Okay, all right, so we're just gonna carefully plop her down in there. Okay, so I'm gonna bake this at 450 degrees for probably 45 minutes. I'm gonna check it at 30 and see how it's going. I may or may not take the lid off on this one as well, except for the last few minutes, just because I don't want that cranberry to burn. So I will be back in 30 minutes. Okay, it's been 30 minutes. Let's check on this bread. Oh my gosh. I don't have anywhere to sit this down. I always do this. I don't have anywhere to sit down. Look at the cranberries. I'm gonna put, it still needs a little bit more cook time. I'm gonna put the lid back on it because I don't want those cranberries to burn, and I'm gonna put this back in the oven for 15 more minutes. So we'll check back in 15 minutes. Okay, let's take this bread out of the oven. Mima's bread looks really good, Peter. I will show you in just a second. Okay, so my mom's cranberry walnut loaf has been cooling on the counter for over an hour. Here it is. I am not gonna slice this in half because this is my mom's bread, so I'm only gonna slice off the end. And actually, I think you should slice it.
No.
Well, you're gonna come over here and taste it for everyone. You want me to just cut the end?
I want a piece.
Where do you want me to cut? Just this end?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Right. Okay. I see lots of cranberry and lots of walnut in there.
Stop.
Are you gonna toast it or are you gonna eat it just like that? It's still a little warm.
It's still a little warm.
Okay, she wants to put a little bit of cream cheese on it.
Just a little dab.
Little dab. Come on over here and give your review.
Do I have to?
Yeah. It's my mama. I told you I don't think we had enough walnuts and I couldn't make it to the store to get more.
There's plenty of walnuts.
Is it? I mean, it's only the end, so you're gonna get more the further you get into it.
It's amazing.
Is the texture good? Nice and chewy?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of the dried cranberries? Is it too raisiny?
Nope. Mm-mm.
Just going back in for more.
I'm really getting into it.
Oh, look at all those cranberries.
Mm-hmm. I'm nuts.
You get the walnuts?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you don't think it needs more walnuts? I did cut the walnuts up.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a good idea.
They were like chocolate chip-ish kind of size.
Mm-hmm. It's delicious.
Oh, good. We have a winner.
Absolutely.
Well, enjoy your nasty bread. I'm not gonna eat that. Bye, y'all. Have a great day.